Okay, guys, we're gonna do a call-in show because things just got a little eerie. So, probably for everyone. I just heard the family chat for the first time ever, my family chat, and oh my God, it is funny. I don't know why I'm laughing. I was just like so freaked out, and now I'm like laughing about it. But I just heard my brother-in-law start like a State of the Union address, and then my sister said, "Thank you, Joe. I'll take it from here." That's her husband's name. And I'm like, wow, is that what they that's what they hear? I mean, I knew that's what they heard, but it's like another thing to like hear it. Okay. The family party. It's the family party. It has to bleed through, or I'm not going to believe myself. And then I guess my party bled through to Joe Harris. Oh God, I'm allowed to say my own name. My brother-in-law's chat. My chat bled through to my brother-in-law's chat, and he heard some of my husbands like arguing over me and saying that they're still in love with me and stuff like that. And he was like, "Okay, I understand why Max tells her to get a glass of wine now because that is pretty overwhelming." And he was also saying it's pretty easy to convince yourself that you're God in 4D, and they're saying lower 4D. Um, that's why mom thinks she's in charge of the economy. Okay. Um, okay. So, Gigi's like, great, that's what's coming. Um, because it always hits our big sister first. Okay, so let's try to do a call-in show. All right, caller, you're on the line. What would you like to say? Hi, my name is Sharon Carpenter, and I'd just like to say I think Alyssa is oversharing at this point, and I think that she should really mind her own business and probably get a life and forget that any of this ever happened. Thanks. I don't really want a response. Okay, thank you for calling in. Next, we have Nick. Hi, Nick. How's it going? It's going pretty good, Alyssa. How have you been? It's a friend of mine from last year. I've been okay, Nick. Yeah, so about this family party, I'm getting kind of anxious about it. Do you have a date set for it yet? I, I, I don't remember the date that was given to me in the dream, but if you're getting anxious about it, it definitely means that it's on the calendar and it's coming up shortly. And hey, Lissa, yeah, Nick, is there anything that we could do to prepare for this like a little bit better? I think you know that I'm God by now, right, Nick? I mean, if you say that I'm God and, you know, then the energy will be better for you during the family party. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. I'm snickering right now, but you're not snickering. Good to know. But yeah, I am actually anxious about it, but that actually made me feel better about it. I think I'm a few people right now, so you can still feel my anxiety because some people are kind of mind blown that this is even happening, of course. Okay. Anything else, Nick? Okay. Now it's Alex. Um, okay, Nick, that's inappropriate for this portion of the evening. Thank you so much for calling in and have a great night. Next caller. Hi, Alyssa. I would just like to tell you to please enjoy the journey and that here in the spiritual community, we are holding space for you and Nick right now during this hard time. He's not my husband. That's also not appropriate. And you know that you're a part of the family conversation. So please don't think that you're better than us. Noted. I just want to say that I'm thinking of a peaceful, I want to say garden, but I'm seeing water. Can you tell us why that happens? I think I described that a little bit earlier. You're more than one person right now, and it's Gigi wants to call it the dichotomy of faith again. It's sort of what I coined when I talked about narcissism, cognitive dissonance. It's sort of like that. Wait. I have another question. Oh, okay. What's the question? How many chips would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Okay, great. Thanks so much, Alex, for taking over that one for me. Next caller. Next caller, please. How many days did you say? I don't know, Nick. I don't know, Nick. Okay? I don't know. Next caller, please. Are we allowed to talk about grape online? I'm pretty sure I've talked about it before. Is there a question regarding that, or is that your question? How illegal is it? Okay, how illegal is it? It depends on who you do it to and what the purpose of it was. And if you have guilt about it, doing it in the past, just ride that guilt wave and it should clear eventually. Next caller. How do you do this so seamlessly? I just heard you say that, right? So then I just say it out loud and then I just have a conversation with you. Noted. Alyssa, it's April O'Neil. Is there anything good that you can tell us today? Because we are feeling the creepy vibes. That's a really great question. Okay, so what I did today was, and I wrote this in another blog, apparently, because I'm more than one person. I made a wholesome meal for my family. I tried to keep them focused today and keep them lighthearted. And then I went downstairs and had like a little game of fetch with my dog in front of my father to also encourage wholesome, interactive playing in this video game. So, and that it can be an interactive video game and that you don't have to be tied to your phone or your TV or anything like that all day long, and that you are allowed to interact in an interactive video game. So those were. I also like to watch the sunset, which April is very familiar with. Sun gazing. When the sun's going down, so it looks very orange. I just look at it for a couple seconds. That's all. Nature is very healing. I try to spend as much time in nature when things get creepy. I'm doing a call-in show because I was thinking it might be funny, but but that was, can you talk more about our interactive nature? Okay. Alex said that's all the time we had for you today, April, but thank you so much for your questions. And Alex wants you to stay on the line because he wants to get your email so he can send you a 15% off gift certificate to something or something like that. Okay. Next caller. If I were to stay in a cabin in the woods with you, what would be your very first thought? Is this like a random person, or is this somebody in my high court, or let's just say, okay, next caller. Yeah, Alex is clearing it right now. Next caller. Alyssa, it's a scary bedtime story. Do you feel like going there? Someone inappropriate is asking me what would be my first thought if I stayed in a cabin with them. I mean, what do you want me to say? Is that creepy to God? No. Next caller. How many woods would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Next caller. Next caller. Sadie Hawkins dance. Isn't that where the girl asks the guy out? I think so. I think so, Julie. But I'd have to Google it. And you know how fond we are of Googling. There's just like a lot of tension right now in the chat. So it's like, I don't even know if I'm going to post this because it's like there's so much tension. So I'm going to say, breathe easy, callers, and enjoy a glass of wine and maybe sit on your porch and enjoy nature.